Bloody hell. We're 1 minute late.
Oh, it's so awful.
Anyway, so did you see it?
No, I did not get a chance. He was in Charlotte this weekend, so I'd know. He left on Thursday. I want to go see it, but
America and just faked it later.
I can't watch it without him. That would be so mean.
This is true.
I know you want to talk about it, and I'm sorry. But it did watch a shitload of Supernatural.
Yes, halfway through season 2.
More than halfway. Halfway would be episode 11. I'm on 15, so.
Oh yeah, good point. You're past the halfway point. You're well down that highway in a 1967 Chevy Impala.
God, that fucking car is everything to me. I fucking want that car.
You got to the season 1 finale. You were like, no, car.
Seriously, I think I cried over the car, not the boys.
I like the boys and their dad, but the car.
This is what I get for growing up, going to car shows and shit when I was a little kid.
Dude, trust me, I am not a car guy, and even I was more worried about the car than I was about the people in it.
I wouldn't mind having Dad's truck either. That truck is nice.
Holy shit! That means you met Bobby. Bobby, he's like their uncle, even though he's not.
The old redneck guy in the woods?
Yes!
The con man, yeah. He was like, don't try to con a con man.
Oh, you're going to love Bobby.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Oh, you have no idea. He's probably the most badass character on the show.
Sorry. Wookie! Are you done?
Wait until you see. Wait till you get far enough in the show where Bobby reveals what he did on a free weekend.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, it's so awesome! You'll want a basement so you can do it too.
Hush your mouth.
Yes, I have seen Captain America: Civil War.
Oh God, I want to see it so badly.
It is my main. It's been for the last 3 or 4 days now. My main masturbatory inspiration.
Jesus.
You have no idea. Did you?
I'm gonna try to see it as soon as possible. Sometime this week, I will go see it.
Did you watch the first Avengers movie for the first time and think this is perfection?
I thought it was pretty fucking amazing. Yes.
This makes that look like a student film.
Fuck. God damn it. Why do I have to wait? Why do I have to be such a good nerd like? God damn it.
This instantly, within the first few minutes, knocked Deadpool down to number 2 for me for the year, and not a close 2 at all. There's even a moment that's funnier than anything in Deadpool.
Speaking of Deadpool, I got my new shirt in. It's called. Oh yeah, I want that one, but I have the Adventure Time version of it. But that's the Loot Crate one, and I was very sad that I did not get my hands on that one. No, this one's called Indecent Liberties with the Unicorn. Hold on. I'll pull it up. All right, you see Deadpool, and it's kind of that wine style.
Yep, I see it.
It's fantastic. I fucking love you, T-Villain. You make great t-shirts.
I can tell you right now, everyone who's seen Captain America Civil War who watches this video is instantly going to start laughing when they see me do this.
God damn it. Don't make me feel so out of the loop because I'm already feeling pretty bad about it, but I was being a good wife. I didn't go see it without him.
Well, have you seen Batman v Superman?
No.
Watch Batman v Superman, and then think, what if they did this exact same thing, but it was good and done right, and you get Captain America Civil War?
I really don't want to waste my money on it.
Not a bad idea. I'm sure you can bootleg it.
I probably could.
But Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther, perfect. You actually get to see Wakanda. Spoiler, those aren't statues. Tom Holland as Spider-Man makes Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire look like amateurs.
I really did think they were amateurs because
No,
I didn't like those movies at all. I never liked Spider-Man. The only Spider-Man I like is the interaction with Deadpool.
You're gonna love this Spider-Man.
I hope so because
he's a talkative geek throughout his all of his scenes. Like he doesn't shut up throughout the entire big action sequence in the airport.
Oh god! So how good?
And it's like, oh god, I love it when he goes. He looks at where it's like, this shield does not at all obey the laws of physics.
Well, it's not really supposed to.
Oh no, it's great when he shows up because he's on Iron Man's side, and the first thing he does is go, "Hey Cap, big fan." It's the kid is adorable. Aunt May is hot.
Oh man,
She's played by Marissa Tomei. If you don't have a heart on looking at her, you may be dead. Because being attracted to Marissa Tomei has nothing to do with being attracted to a specific gender. It just means you're sexually active and breathing.
So after the credits, is there like, oh my god, like rate it for me.
The mid-credit sequence is it's the big one really. It sets up the Black Panther movie and it'll make you really want to see the next Black Panther movie. There is a post-credit sequence involving Spider-Man, but I'd say it's only gonna make you happy if you're like a hardcore comic book reader like I am. If you are a hardcore like Spider-Man comic book geek, you're gonna see something they had never done in a movie before, and as a comic book fan, it's gonna feel like it was the one thing that's always been missing.
Okay.
So I can give you that. As terms of the film, it really can be called Batman v Superman done right. Because it really is basically imagine if every character in both movies was just like a blank slate. They were just like a plot device. Exact same thing, except this is what it was supposed to be.
Okay.
Complete even with a third-party villain who's responsible for everything, has a big plan, except it makes sense, it works, and he's even a three-dimensional character. Like, at the end of the movie, you understand why he's doing what he's doing, and you feel kind of sorry for him. In fact, this is one of the best compliments I can give any film I've ever seen in my life. When the movie is over, you simultaneously feel sorry for everybody, but you also kind of feel uplifted and feel like you got a happy ending.
Yeah, I definitely gotta go see this immediately.
Yeah. And it's I gotta give credit to the Captain America movie, in my opinion, has been good. But each one has been better than the last one.
True.
So everybody, spend your money on this one. Please, for the love of God, I want more movies like this. I want a Black Panther. Well, we're getting a Black Panther movie. February 2018, mark the date. So awesome. Tonight's episode. Oh, wait, I forgot the introductions. Welcome to High Class Geek News, everybody. I'm neighborhood geek with Evan Ransom. I am joined today by one half of Jixie, that is Pixie.
Hello.
And in theory, later on, before the show is out, we should be joined by the Dwarficon himself, John Little.
And possibly a J.
Possibly a J. Not to be called Francis.
I know, they're both sitting in vehicles on their way back to houses.
When these babies hit 80 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious shit. Oh, God. I've gotten to the point now in my Star Trek watching, I finally got to the Scotty episode. No, there's an episode of Next Generation where they found a weird sci-fi way to bring Scotty from the original series into it, so it's really awesome. Anyway, in a fashion that only works for Scotty.
Well, you know what I've been up to all weekend.
Yep, Supernatural. I've got my Star Trek project. You got your Supernatural project. I've done the math. You have to get through, I believe it's up to 11 seasons now, not including the upcoming 12th season. I have altogether, when you put all the shows together, 31.
That's a lot more than me. And I
Yep.
make good timing on mine.
Yeah,
I can binge watch the fuck out of it.
Well, of the 31, I have watched. I'm on 6. So I'm on 11 of 31.
That's not bad, though. You didn't start too terribly long ago, though.
December.
That's pretty impressive.
Mid-December is when I started. I'm trying to get through it as quickly as I can, because my problem is, it's hard for me to stay focused on one thing for so long. And it really makes me want to, I'm pretty sure when I'm done with this, I'm going to be done with space for a while, possibly even science fiction. I'm going to need 6 months solid of Law and Order or something. It wouldn't be the first time. You know how it is? You delve so deeply into one thing for so long, so hard that and when it's over, you either miss the fact that it's gone, or you want to get as far away from anything like it as possible so you can get back to your life.
I kind of did that with Game of Thrones because, I started binge watching it, not even, a couple weeks before, season 6 came out. And I ended up binge watching it through season 5 so fast that I actually had to wait for season 6 to finish.
Yeah.
I caught up.
I still haven't watched season 5. It's I don't know. I kind of reached a weird point. I kind of want shows to just kind of finish out from beginning to end completely and then watch them. Oh, God, we've gotten so far off where we're supposed to be. We're almost 15 minutes in and I haven't even said the title. Tonight's episode, have you tried Deadpool?
That fucking trailer.
Yeah, our main story is that this is the week Deadpool comes out on Blu-ray and DVD, already pre-ordered.
I want to go through Target pre-order and get that the postcard set that comes with it, just so I can have some wall art.
Yeah, but we have to bring up that ad.
Oh my god, it's fucking amazing. Are you kidding me?
If you have an erection for more than 4 hours, you're welcome.
The scene where they're sitting in a bathtub. They each got their own bathtub.
If you're experiencing blisters, itchy sores, and rough skin, you may actually be Deadpool.
Oh god.
It's wonderful. It's picking on all the erectile dysfunction. It's so wonderful.
Are we going to talk about the records Deadpool is breaking with digital release?
Yes, it's still breaking records. Honestly, I don't care about the records. You know what makes me happy? I've said several times on the show that my biggest concern, the reason why for a while I almost didn't want the movie to even come out, was I was enjoying the viral marketing campaign so much I didn't want it to end. But the movie's been out for nearly 3 months now. The viral marketing campaign is still going. I got my cake and I get to eat it too.
A little extra frosting on top, you know?
And they already okayed the sequel. Everyone signed on. They're already starting to work on the script and stuff. There's no reason to stop. There's no reason to stop.
Oh, it's fucking great.
Once he must have tried to convince Blake Lively into letting him have sex while he wears the Deadpool suit.
You think that already hasn't happened?
I mean, since he brought it home.
Oh yeah, he walked right off the fucking set with it. It's this is mine.
I'm trying to take this off me.
It's kind of like how Robert Downey Jr. is pretty much fucking Tony Stark. It's Ryan.
I just want somebody that's got tons of superstar geek friends to get together and make a short little video around about October of friggin' just Ryan Reynolds in his Deadpool outfit, Robert Downey Jr. in one of those plastic rubbery Iron Man suits they have, Nathan Fillion as Mal Reynolds, like all these like major geek characters who are like definitively known as these characters. They're not seen as anything else, wearing their movie costumes and going trick or treating. Like, what? I'm a space cowboy. You know, even like have Han Solo dressed as. Harrison Ford dressed as Han Solo. Or even better, have him dress as Indiana Jones, saying he got tired of playing the space cowboy, and then just get a weird look of dejection from Nathan Fillion. Whew, okay. Moving on to film news. Speaking of Han Solo, we have a Han Solo.
Weird looking young Han Solo.
Yes, they have finally cast the actor who will be playing Han Solo in the prequel spin-off film taking place between episode that they'll be showing in theaters between the year they have episode 8 and episode 9. The man's name is Alden Ehrenreich. Ehrenreich. Yes, that's his name. He will be Han Solo now. He will not be Indiana Jones, because apparently everyone else is forbidden to play that part.
Oh, we'll see how he does.
Also, making the news, this is the weirdest thing. 100 Years, the movie you'll never see. Yes, it's apparently a movie was made, which has been put onto the docket for Cannes Film Festival in the year 2115.
You assholes.
And it's supposed to be a movie that's supposed to try to predict what the world will be like 100 years from now. John Malkovich.
Oh, man, I like him.
Yeah, so it's you have to survive another 100 years. So I'll get to see it, but I can't vouch for everybody else. Oh, you know I'll still be around.
That's what could happen.
I'm going to be around for at least another 100 years, and I'll have to get into a sword fight. Someone will chop off my head. They'll get the quickening. Say they'll, we all know how it goes down. Anyway.
All right. All right.
Speaking of things that'll never die, we finally got our first look at the upcoming cinematic Power Rangers. Pixie, have you seen this picture?
No.
They look like multicolored, how can I put this?
Hold on.
The helmets are good. They look like the Power Ranger helmets, except, more like a motorcycle helmet that's like custom made to them. It fits their heads more. So that's what they should be. And from the neck down, they all look like Iron Man. They all look like multicolored versions of Iron Man.
I'm looking at it now.
See what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's,
That's not the fucking Power Rangers.
I hate to say this. I feel bad saying this, because I know once I say it, I can't take it back.
Just fucking say it.
The 90s movie looked better.
Oh, fuck.
They had the armored look that actually looked like Power Ranger outfits.
Okay, if they look like that, what are the villains going to look like?
Well, we already seen Rita Repulsa. I'm okay with Rita Repulsa. Okay. This is where I have to really let my nerd out, because I did used to watch a lot of Power Rangers. They have her looking more like Scorpina than Rita, but that doesn't bother me, because it's, big budget American movie.
I mean, I saw what she looks like, but I mean,
she looks like a threat to me. What more can you ask for? But the Power Rangers look like Iron Man with Power Ranger helmets on.
The helmets don't even look right to me. I mean, the only one that looks right is the Red Ranger, because that's the most recognizable one of them all.
Yeah, it's just. I almost wish they went back to spandex. They still do spandex in the show. No one complains.
Yeah, it's a little interesting, but I mean,
Also not sure about the whole dark thing. It's you think somebody would have learned from both Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. Nobody likes taking our light characters and making them dark.
Yeah.
Or if you are going to go dark, don't do the original Power Rangers series, because there are dark Power Rangers series. The original is not one of them.
No.
Like, do the one that's the post-apocalyptic future, where all of humanity is like all but extinct, and they're all holed up in one city. Yes, there's a Power Ranger season where that was it. Like, humanity was almost gone.
What is there, like 14, 15 seasons? Or oh, I'm sure there's a lot more than that, right? I mean, I know there's like Dino Fury.
Hold on. It's 2016. Power Rangers is 23 years old.
I mean, I remember watching it. I remember watching the very first season of it.
There's a season for, I think, almost every single year.
Jesus Christ.
There are, like, our big hits for adults don't last as long as Power Rangers have. So I think part of that is after about season 6, well, actually, no, after about season 3 or 4, it was pretty much a new show every season, so I guess that had a big part to play.
See, that's what I was thinking of. I'm like, it went from one, then it went to, like, samurai, dinosaurs.
Now that I think about it, fuck American Horror Story. This is that Power Rangers is the true template for the modern anthology series. They've been doing the one-season story thing since, like, 1990, whatever.
Yeah.
American Horror Story, you've been taking credit you don't deserve.
It's still a damn good show.
No, I tried watching the first season. It didn't do it for me.
You didn't like it?
I didn't say I didn't like it. It's not. It felt like it was trying too hard. Though, granted, it's their first season. Very few shows, their best season is the first season. But the thing is, in my mind, it's very hard to be scary on a weekly basis when you're just telling one part of an overall story. Because the overall story is what should be scaring you. And I can't imagine getting much more than maybe a sense of unease from the first episode without coming off as really cheesy.
And I like all the seasons. The only season that I was a little like, what the fuck are you guys doing, was season 2, The Asylum.
See, that was once I heard that name, I'm like, that sounds actually kind of interesting. I heard Lady Gaga is like an excellent TV villain.
Oh, dude, she did phenomenal in Hotel. I'm not gonna lie. I fucking fell in love with her character. I mean, she won a fucking something for it.
Speaking of doing something new with horror every once in a while, guess what's getting the reboot treatment?
Oh, God.
Well, this is something that's been gone long enough, I think you could use it.
What?
Puppet Master.
Okay. I remember watching the movies when I was a kid, and it creeped me the fuck out, but I still love them.
I don't know, I was annoyed once it got to, like, I think it was about the 3rd or 4th movie, they turned into good guys.
I just remember the little one, the white face, long, scraggly, kind of white hair with the hat.
With the knife eyes.
Yeah.
And Pinhead. And finally, speaking of Marvel, Kevin Feige has confirmed, though nothing beyond just the fact that he said they're doing it, he says Marvel Studios is committed to doing a Black Widow solo movie.
I think
which was entered with a combined, finally.
No, I think she deserves a movie for her own.
People have been saying that since Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Like, oh, good, finally, put on the docket. Now, only people will stop bitching about her role in Age of Ultron.
It's the Wookiee. She has that name. Rubbing her back on the carpet.
In television news, Family Guy creator Seth MacFarlane has a new sci-fi series coming out in the 2017 to 2018 season, and it has been approved for at least a full season already.
Is it animated or live action?
It will be live action and starring him.
Oh, fuck, I'd watch it.
I don't know about it right now.
I'd watch it. I find his shit funny for some reason.
Well, he's a hardcore Star Trek fan. You know how I know this? He keeps popping up on my Star Trek Blu-rays.
I think he likes them all. I think he's Star Trek and Star Wars. I mean, so many nerd references throughout Family Guy, American Dad, and
yet he doesn't like Doctor Who.
But there's Doctor Who jokes.
As far as my knowledge, he's only done one Doctor Who joke. Though, granted, it was an amazing Doctor Who joke. Speaking of animation, though, there is something that's getting an animated series.
What?
The Blues Brothers.
The what?
The Blues Brothers. At least they're smart, not making it for kids.
Are you done, Wookie? Sorry.
Wookiee's just like, can you bring Han Solo back? Then no!
There she is. Yeah, Wookie. As I get face raped by my dog.
Yep, like you do. Speaking of Star Trek, God, all these segues are just naturally happening. The new Star Trek series will begin filming in Toronto this fall. My roommate and I are already prepared to actually pay CBS for this because, damn it, it's Brian Fuller. The guy who did Hannibal is doing Star Trek. We're watching this.
Oh, okay.
And speaking of things coming from movies, the WB has confirmed that Kevin Smith will be back to direct another episode in the third season of The Flash. Turns out the cast and crew really loved working with him for his episode this season.
Of course, it's Kevin Smith.
Well, apparently it's because they're used to. I'm trying to think how to put this. Okay, I work at a grocery store at my day job. I'm a cashier. And kind of in a way, the show is like a register. It's just whoever's on it is on it. They come, they do their stuff, they go. And Kevin Smith is like one of the rare moments, if not the first time, they just have a genuine, full-on, excited fan directing the show. And the way television works, directing-wise, on a technical level, is the same way he just directs anyway. So they really enjoy the energy and enthusiasm he brings to it when he directs. Meanwhile, the other Greg Berlanti project that's been constantly in the news lately is in a bit of trouble. They said, yes, Supergirl Season 2 will get a second season, depending on if they can work things out with the budget.
I think they just need to give up on it. They've failed on it. Just scrap.
No, unfortunately, it is technically a success. But it's just costing CBS more money than they're thinking. There's talk that maybe the WB will take it instead, since they're willing to spend money on those kinds of special effects. Maybe just be that CBS was like, we didn't think the show would be expensive. Because, you know, when you're making a weekly television series about a girl with the powers of Superman, it's going to be cheap. But if the whole budget thing isn't worked out, no other studios take it, there will be no season 2. It'll be one of those lost series on your Netflix queue. At least they have 2 other shows they can clean up any loose ends if they need to. Oh, 3 other shows. Because every other show is doing just fine. The moral of the story is, when Evan likes a show based off a comic book, it's going to succeed. And when Evan doesn't like the show, look like Constantine.
Sorry. I officially got really, I mean, I liked the first season, but the second season really hooked me for Daredevil.
Right. Oh, finally got through it.
Huh?
Finally got through season 2, huh?
Oh, I've been way. I mean, I made it but I'm ready for more. Give me some more.
Well, they're supposed to start doing Defenders at the end of the year, apparently. We're getting a Punisher series, and we're getting Luke Cage in September. 4 months away from Luke Cage. With
Man.
music by Earth, Wind, and Fire. No, not Earth, Wind, and Fire. A Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah, that's really freaking cool.
I know! I love being a comic book geek.
It's a good time to be a nerd and a geek because
All that, we're getting the Killing Joke soon, too.
oh man, that one I'm excited for.
I mean, I need to remember to reread the comic just before it comes out. Should be in July is when the Blu-ray comes out, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Okay, video game news.
Yay!
Legend of Zelda and Sonic have been inducted into the Video Game Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I am shocked by this news.
Why?
Because I kind of figured they would already be in there.
Yeah. Long over.
I was shocked by this for the same reason I was shocked that gay marriage was a controversy. And I'm like, gay marriage is illegal?
Yeah.
That was literally my response when the whole Amendment 1 thing a few years ago was being mentioned. I'm like, it's illegal for two gay guys to get married? I thought we were over that. I thought that was 90s prejudice. Don't we have new prejudices for the 2000s?
Oh, looks like someone's home. Hey.
Jay, you've been a bad husband.
And a friend.
I am home.
How dare you leave your wife without taking her to see Civil War first? This should have been your priority.
Because I got a big ass fucking thing of MSG. Spent 3.5 hours in an Asian market.
Oh my good lord.
This is the greatest romantic movie ever made.
Hooligans and fucking drunken hooligans. It was awesome.
Do you remember in Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers, that great, really awesome scene where Legolas is firing arrows and the horses come and he just sort of swings himself onto the horse?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They topped that.
Fuck. Looky, calm down.
I have not seen what amazing looks like until you've seen the Winter Soldier mount a motorcycle. I am not kidding. That made the audience cheer.
Bye, Jeffy. Sorry.
No, you're fine. So, following in the direction of Kate Upton and Mariah Carey for that stupid War of Gods, whatever that stupid mobile game is, Megan Fox has been hired as the spokesman for the video game Stormfall.
I don't get it. I don't
understand is, with the exception of that one with Arnold Schwarzenegger, why don't they hire people with talent to be the spokespeople for their games? There are some very talented people that will do almost anything for money. Gail, give Terrence Stamp like a freaking, not Terrence Stamp, Malcolm McDowell a nickel and he'll do anything for you.
Oh man.
Speaking of anything for money, some Australian dude by the name of Craig Stephen Wright has claimed that he is the creator of Bitcoin. Now you know who to blame.
I'm glad I didn't get caught up in that shit.
Well, we're X-Men fans. I'm sure you guys are looking forward to the X-Men Apocalypse as much as anyone.
Yes.
I personally think they should have given it an extra month or two because I'm still going to have Captain America fresh in my head when I watch it. I'm just going to be spending the entire movie going, oh, this is good. Captain America was better, but, this kills 2 hours. Anyway, the reason I bring X-Men Apocalypse up is because there's a really cool tie-in.
Oh, great.
There's apparently a set called Spaceport Arcade in the movie, and if you go to spaceportarcade.com, you can actually play an 80s arcade-style 8-bit video game.
That's cool.
From the X-Men universe.
I dig it. I can dig it.
And finally, for video game news, Infinite Warfare has gotten special attention for getting the most dislikes of any video game trailer ever, due primarily to the fact that just the franchise fans are annoyed that it's in space, which ironically enough makes me kind of want to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
I have to admit, the CEO of Activision, who's in charge of the game, nothing but fucking class. His response to the overwhelming negative response is, it speaks volumes that we have such passionate fans that they respond so strongly to this, and we're very proud of that. When we trust and they can trust us that we believe in this game, we're not making it for nothing.
There you go. Well, that's very well said on his behalf.
Yeah, that's some fucking spin there.
Well, that's pretty. No, like actually, that's really well said for someone in that kind of situation.
Yep. I imagine that he went right back to work on the Trump campaign, because the only explanation I got for why that people like that dude. Comic book news. For the first time in 5 years, Tokyo Pop has released a book.
Oh, they're back.
Yes, with a bunch of manga-ized versions of Disney properties, like Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland and stuff like that.
Are they going to bring back any of their old titles?
Not yet. We'll
Okay.
see. We'll see, but it's mostly Disney stuff for now.
Okay, I'm not just saying this because I read a lot of them, but when I was working at my friend's comic book shop, I was in charge of his manga inventory. I wrote down every single title, every single number. His overstock was a 10-foot by 30-foot storage unit, with 400 long boxes double stacked full of these fuckers. I've been through all those boxes more than I could fucking count.
Let me guess. You stopped working there just as Attack on Titan came out. You're like, fuck.
No, that was well before. But he would go to Comic-Con and Katsucon and stuff. He's like, I need someone to run the shop. So, hi. And of course, random guys who didn't know who I was came in the shop. They see a girl sitting behind the counter, had about a fucking heart attack.
Oh God. We have to come face to face with boobs to buy our books. We never prepared for this. Can we just steal them? Is that an option?
All I know is my friend who owns that shop is squealing like a little fucking girl because he's got his Tokyo Pop back.
I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't even notice this until I was just looking at this list. But if there was a theme for the comic book news this week, it's returning favorites. And believe me, you have no idea how broad that phrase is going to be. At least one of these is going to make you go, wait, what? Next one, for example, as part of the, I think it's the 30th. No. It would be 30th. No, 25th anniversary is the release of, by Jeff Smith, Bone Coda, a new 32-page Bone comic. If you have not read Bone, don't tell me you're not into comics. It's not an excuse. Go find yourself a one-volume edition of Bone. It is, imagine if Lord of the Rings was made so little kids could read it too.
I remember reading a couple issues of that. Another one I was really into, what was it, Boneyard?
Oh God, that's something completely different. But I know Boneyard. Boneyard is awesome.
I still actually
have not for kids.
The Boneyard, but no, I remember reading a couple issues of Bone, but I never got hardcore into it or anything like that.
It's best to read it all from the beginning. I mean, the whole thing it's like Lord of the Rings. The whole thing is one epic fantasy story. But if, like I said, it was for all ages and had kind of just in all the right ways, a Disney kind of feel to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I love it. It's one of my favorite series ever. I spent I think $500 on the 20th anniversary hardcover set.
Jesus.
It was because it had already been out for a few years, so there was no way you could get it cheap. It was a limited run to begin with.
Gotcha. Well, that makes sense now.
So it's like I like waited until so once I realized that was out there, I was like, screw it. I love it enough. It's worth the money. It comes with a making of DVD.
That's cool.
Yeah. And an actual gold phone coin.
All right.
I love this thing. It's wonderful. Moving on. Comic book legend Jim Steranko, who is known for completely changing how you can tell storytelling using his run on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., but also known for three of what are considered to this day three of the best issues of Captain America ever made. I have seen some of the artwork from this. It did not get that reputation for nothing. And Marvel has now confirmed that he will be doing Captain America variant covers for a year.
Wow.
And keep in mind, this is the kind of guy, he completely changed the medium. He was only in comics, like he worked for Marvel for only a period of about 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And changed the media more in those 3 years than most people do in their entire career. He is literally put up on the same pedestal as guys like Jack Kirby and Neil Adams. He's a much better artist now than he was then. If you do a Google search for his work, and you can find like I think it was like an independent sci-fi comic he did in the 80s. It's ahead of today's artwork.
Wow.
It's amazing. And it's all just black and white line art. Like, I saw like this 2-page spread. I looked at it, I was like, I am learning so much more about art in this 2-page spread than I have from almost anything else since I've been drawing at the ripe old age of 3. I'm 34. I've been drawing 31 years. The man is just amazing. Look up his artwork. Jim Steranko. Actually, look up his Wikipedia page. He has one of the most amazing you will get about halfway through like the early life section for Jim Steranko before you're like, how come no one's made a movie about this guy?
Right. Okay. I'll check it out.
Yeah. To give you an idea of how far-reaching he is, I am not kidding when I say this. This will blow your mind. Jim Steranko designed Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Yeah, the outfit we know him to wear, that's a Jim Steranko design.
The fuck?
He touched your life. Yeah. The fedora, the leather jacket, satchel, everything. That's all Jim Steranko. So I just got a second viewer. That was good info. Moving on. Here's the wait, what moment that's coming up. IDW has announced a new property they'll be doing. Dixie? Uh-oh. Is one of us frozen? Well, I am concerned. Uh-oh. Pixie, can you hear me? I've lost the Pixie. Pixie has been lost. What just happened? I am alone. Oh God. Okay, I did not plan for this. Then again, so many things happen this evening I did not plan for. But I did not plan for this. This was not in the planning of the plan. Well, there's nothing I can do. Move on with the news. For example, are you a child of the 80s? If so, you may remember a little cartoon series called Mask. You want to go back to Mask? Comic book publisher IDW is making that happen. Get ready. Coming up later this year, Mask in 22 glorious two-dimensional 4-color pages. And moving on, we have 2, not 1, but 2 classified one-shots tying into Marvel's Civil War 2. What are they? What could they mean for the Marvel Universe? No freaking clue. You don't tell me anything. You can't do it. And, as usual after comics, Pixie will be happy she missed this part. But, passed away in the last week, Benny Shakur at age 69, the mother of Tupac Shakur, one of, if not the greatest rapper of all time. And at age 36, American Idol contestant Ricky Smith passed away thanks to a car accident at far too young an age. On the other side, only things we got for obits. Let's move on to some science. We have found some 71 million year old fossils in Antarctica because dinosaurs are like me. They like to chill. And they really don't like hot weather, apparently. It's kind of odd. You think, dinosaurs, those wacky guys. Also, a biotech company here in the U.S. has been granted ethical permission to do special stem cell research, working with people who have been marked as brain dead. They're going to see if they can use stem cells to effectively restart those brains. Now, if I were to take a guess based on what I know of biology, physiology, etc., it's impossible to bring back like specific information. Like you can't necessarily bring back somebody's like personality. Memories are gone permanently, but that doesn't mean you can't use the brain itself as a sort of processing unit. And who knows? Maybe there's a way to transfer information from one brain to another brain, and you can use the possibilities around this here. Okay, we're talking about literally restarting a brain. All right. Also, finally, in the last week, for the first time ever, a successful transplant has been done of an HIV positive organ. From one person with HIV to the next. So no, we didn't just give HIV to a healthy person. All right, I just checked. Got it from Pixie. Apparently, Firefox has crashed on the Jixies. They are working to try to fix that. Hopefully, they'll be back soon. Firefox! Anyway. Still no sign of the dwarf again. Though apparently, according to this, he is monitoring our messages. Oh, sorry. Long night. I was not expecting to do this by myself. Well, for the most part, I didn't. Perfectly fitting following up the obituaries. As everybody knows, we lost a legend. We lost Prince. And for the second time since I started the show, I shed actual tears on the air. Things like this, allergic to crying. Anywho, a farmer by the name of Gene Hansen did something awesome to his retired farmer. Okay, guy doesn't do this stuff anymore. You know, crop circles, you just take a couple of things on your feed, smash down a bunch of stocks, and yeah, you got yourself some crop circles. So this guy did something similar where he plotted out the actual symbol from that period where he was known as the artist formerly known as Prince, and actually cut it into his field. You see wonderful pictures of it. Excellent work, dude. That's a tribute. We won't get him back, but I love that everyone's showing the love. Paramount, who you may or may not know, currently owns the Star Trek franchise. That's why that stupid mountain pops up every time anything with Star Trek is involved. And occasionally the bad robot. Anyway, they are being sued for ownership of the Klingon language. Kapla? I'm sorry, there's some weird lawsuits, but seriously, a made-up language, folks. This is the craziest thing to involve the Klingon language since, well, Shakespeare in Klingon. Because, of course, look, I know I've been watching a lot of Star Trek lately. I refuse to go Shakespeare. I have my limits. Also, if you like to, you can go online, go onto YouTube, and relive all the magic of The Force Awakens in emojis. That's right. So I made a cute little cartoon of all those little emojis you often see in, like, Facebook and on your cell phone. And actually recreated the entire plot of Star Wars The Force Awakens using cute emojis and an animated thing that looks like an iPhone screen. Speaking of things that popped up online, how it should have ended has finally done Batman v Superman. And yeah, that's pretty much how it should have ended. Like, I just flat out agree with them. Much, much better. Of course, you could do almost nothing but improve that movie. I'm so sorry. This is what happens. I need to sleep more. But, moving on. Yeah, Batman v Superman. All I can say about that one is thank God it's not the Fantastic Four movie. Oh God, thanks for therapy for that. Going back to dead pop stars that we really want back, but really can't have back. David Bowie's final album, Black Star. Turns out someone has found something, a nice little extra. Turns out if you shine some daylight, you'll get an entire galaxy on the cover. That is an amazing special effect, a wonderful final gift from David Bowie. And also, for years, Harry Potter fans have been very pathetically grabbing brooms and pretending they were flying so they can pretend they're playing a game of Quidditch. Well, some people said Quidditch is designed to be badass. And just because we can't fly doesn't mean we can't be badass. Go online, look up the video. Skydiving Quidditch. Yes. Skydivers jump out of an airplane to play Quidditch. Dude, that's some hardcore geek. And finally, for this evening, if there's one thing there's two things about the internet. They're like cats. They like video games. They like original videos. With the power of claymation, you too can go on YouTube and watch Doom starring a cat. It's Doom Cat, people. We live in the age of Doom Cat. I apologize that Firefox could apparently not hold the power of Jixie. It's amazing it's actually taken this long. But once again, Pixie has crashed. So I like to thank her, as well as her husband for showing up halfway through on behalf of High Class Geek News. This was a strange episode when you consider the pacing. No. Yeah, fortunately, I felt weirdly and sort of hyper. But anyway, I know you feel free to go back and watch your Game of Thrones on your free HBO Go. Oh, really? Oh, really? You got that? My body's about to crash. How did that happen? This has been High Class Geek News. I'm your friendly neighborhood geekazoid, Evan Ransom. You can catch us here every week at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And hey, if you missed the show, we don't take these things off YouTube. Okay? You can see it again anytime you want to. Please like us. Please comment. Brag about us. Enjoy us. We will be back with more snark about a bunch of news that's not even really important, but it just happens to be the news we actually care about. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching if you do. And good night.